Franklin, North Carolina treated us well, but it was time to head north. So we did, and we were dropped off where we left off, and lo and behold, after that wonderful breakfast in Franklin, North Carolina, we're confronted with second breakfast at the trailhead. And being the woodland people that we are now, we went ahead and ate second breakfast. Well, just in case we became snacky again, Isabella said, "Can I take a little bit more for 11Cs?" And being the woodland people that we are now, we did. Anyway, we headed north with full stomachs. By evening, we were hungry again and arrived at the tower on top of the mountain. And as we approached the door, there was a man, a prior AT hiker, named Pop Rocks. I'm very thankful to Pop Rocks because he fed us a spaghetti dinner that night, despite the high winds and kind of chilly temperatures. And he cooked a hot dog for Isabella. By the time we arrived there, we were wondering we'd be having dinner in the dark by the time we arrived at the campground. But that wasn't going to be the case because of Pop Rocks. Thank you so much, Pop Rocks. After a couple days of hiking, we took a long-awaited and very much needed 0 day at Tellico Gap, which is just before Nantahala Outdoor Center. And thanks to some special people from our homeschool community, we were able to have a very restful day in a beautiful cabin. It was such a timely 0 day for us. After our 0 day, it was time to head toward the NOC for a resupply and continue hiking north. Easter wasn't too far away, and as we came down to one of the gaps on the road, there was some more trail magic. We bumped into Visor and Chapstick, and they treated us to some Peeps and other Easter candy and food and drinks, and it was a perfect, timely trail magic because we were about to climb a difficult part of the trail called Jacob's Ladder. We're in the midst of clouds today. We woke up to a very wet morning, constant rain. We're all soaked. It's in the 50s, so it does get to you after a little while. Feet and socks wet. We're between NOC, Nantahala Outdoor Center, and Fontana Dam. In fact, we'll be at Fontana Dam today, and which means the next section will be the Smoky Mountain National Park. So that's where we're headed. We're going to, since we're all wet and everything, we're going to stay in Fontana tonight and then probably set up to begin tomorrow to go into the mountains. And we'll be there about a week before we get to the other end. I think it's almost 80 miles so through it, and a lot of up and down. So we're going to get ready for that mentally and physically by getting a little rest tonight. Of course, we have laundry to do, and not just that, we have wet clothes and everything, so we're going to dry that. Resupply, that's the other thing I was thinking. Yeah, resupply. We're going to carry a lot of food, 8 days of food, just in case it takes us that long to get through it. And so it'll be a little heavy for a couple days with the food. And so that's where we are. And everybody's in good spirits. Isabella was a little rough this morning because the rain jacket only held so far. Had her clothes, shirt underneath was wet, and so she was a little bit cold. And but we warmed up at one of the shelters, had coffee. She had a hot drink, and put something dry on her. So she's doing good now too. And here we go. Probably got another 3.5 miles to go, and we'll be done for the day. After leaving the resort, we stayed the next night at Fontana Dam Shelter. And when we wake up, we'd be hiking, finally, toward the entrance of Smoky Mountain National Park.